What's up, y'all? It's TGT, and today we're talking about universes, dimensions, realities, and all things of that nature. Because today is Wednesday, and that's what we do on my channel. On Wednesdays, we talk about the universe, all things universe, all things dimensions, all things realities. That's what we do on Wednesdays on this channel. So today I want to get into A Needle in a Time Stack. I really like that movie. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to see it. And I really always want to do a movie review on this movie, but obviously I never got to it. So this is like kind of my chance to be able to talk about the movie while it also has a lot to do with today's video. So if you have watched A Needle in a Time Stack, you know that there's some rich people in that movie and they like time travel in their current reality, and it messes up their reality. Well, this is how I take it, so let me rewind it. So this is from my perspective. Anything I'm saying is always from my perspective. It's not real right. It don't have to be valid, but this is how I see things. This is what I take from the movie, right? So when rich people go in there and they're time traveling, they're messing up their reality that they're in. So what I think is happening is that either two realities are like combining, or it's just making them as a collective shift, because everybody in that universe or in that reality that they're in where the rich people are time traveling, they all know that something weird is happening, and they call their people. They're like, are you good? What's my name? How many kids we have? Do we have a dog? Do we have a cat? Like, they call each other. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. So since everybody's like as a collective shifting to a different like universe, kind of like the Mandela effect, like that's what in my head I think what the Mandela effect is. That's what I interpret the Mandela effect as. Like, everybody's like shifting as a collective, or there's like a lot of people shifting, and if you remember it the way it was, then you're a part of the original universe that I came from, or whatever the case may be, right? That's how I think the Mandela effect is, right? But in this movie, I was about to call it a show, but in this movie, that's actually what's happening. Like, everybody as a collective is shifting. They even have like this place, I don't even know what to call it. I may have to add a clip of it in here, because I don't even know what to call it. It's like this place where if you lose all your memory and you don't know who you are or whatever, they'll like download your memories back or something like that. And that's how he ended up remembering his wife, because he knew something wasn't right, and then he goes chasing her, whatever. So yeah, so I said all that to say, did I finish everything I wanted to say? Hold on. I said all that to say, if I forgot anything, we're just gonna have to double back on it. But I said all that to say, okay, so there's this video of this girl, right? And she was like, when the year that the ball didn't drop. Now I know all my like dark web Reddit people, whatever, who like go in forums or whatever, especially like conspiracy theory forums like of this nature, forums of this nature. They know exactly what she's talking about, because a lot of people, when the year the ball dropped, a lot of people had a lot of weird stuff happening where they felt like, this is definitely not my reality. It's just like the essence, the vibe, the energy. This doesn't feel like where I came from. Like, I went to sleep and I woke up, or like sometimes some people was like they got stuck for a long time, like they were just staring out, and then out of nowhere. Everybody had different experiences, pretty much, right? So her experience, let's listen to her experience.
Okay guys, this is my really scary experience being awake through a shift. And I don't mean a work shift, I mean a dimensional shift. If you don't believe in conspiracy theories and stuff, you can just scroll right on, but if you do, stick around because this is really interesting. So, we all remember the New Year's Eve where the ball didn't drop, right? The internet was blowing up with people's weird experiences from that New Year's Eve, and I have one too. So, it was the night before New Year's Eve, and I randomly woke up at about 3 a.m, and I never ever do this. And I woke up to a really loud noise, and then for the rest of the night I just couldn't sleep. It was really weird. And in the morning I spoke to my mom, and she told me that also she didn't sleep. And I had made plans with my godmother that night, so I went over to her house, and this is now New Year's Eve. And I told her I'm so freaking tired, I didn't sleep last night. And she was like, you know what, I didn't sleep last night either. And at this point we're all like, But I had some really weird feeling inside my chest. Like, you know that really eerie feeling like imminent like death is coming or like something really weird is happening. I felt like there was like a spiritual something happening over the town that I live in. And I live in a pretty busy ass city, so what I'm about to tell you is really, really crazy. So we decided to go out. It was like 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. New Year's Eve, you know, around the time that everyone's out clubbing and partying and on the streets and stuff. So we went out together and I didn't see anybody. At first we were like, oh, maybe everyone's by the fireworks. Maybe that's where they all are. So we went to one of the really popular bars, one of the popular restaurants, and there was no one inside. There was like, the lights were on, but there just wasn't anyone in there. And like, we were very, very confused about this. And we just assumed that there was something going on, so we walked up to where the fireworks usually happen. And there was no one there. So the fireworks went off, and there was still no one there, and we had just stood there together like, what the fuck is going on? People are supposed to be out here. And like, I'm not joking when I tell you there was nobody outside. And then I saw this one homeless man. That's it. The whole entire night, New Year's Eve. And don't say it was because of COVID, because people in the UK really didn't give a shit about COVID. And like, it was just really weird. So we finished walking around and we went back home, and then life just kind of continued as normal. But like for a few days, I just felt like really weird, like something inside me was wrong. And I felt really sick and I wasn't hungry and I had the worst headache you can possibly imagine. And it wasn't just me. I talked to my mom and I talked to my godmother and the people that I know around me that are awake, and they were also experiencing this. And it was just really weird because ever since this has happened, I feel like time is going so quickly. Like, have you noticed how messed up the world is? And like, especially since that happened, so much has happened since New Year's. And I'm not talking about the New Year's that just passed. I'm talking about the New Year's when the ball didn't drop on time. Everyone knows something weird happened there. I'm just saying, if you have a similar experience, let me know. I'm intrigued.
Okay, now that we listened to her experience, I see what I'm saying. So I had like not a similar experience to her necessarily. Well, all of our experiences are basically similar, right? Because we're all saying that we switch universes, blah blah blah, or something just doesn't feel right, or like maybe we switch, or we're hinting at that, right? We're hinting at the fact that we might have switched dimensions, like in the movie Anita on the Timestack. So my experience was, I went to sleep, woke up, and the energy, the vibes was off. Once the energies and the vibes was off, I was like, maybe I switched universes, blah blah blah. That's the reason why I found all those forums and stuff like that, because I was like, what is happening? This don't feel right. Everybody's just feel energy's off, like everything's just off, blah blah blah. I couldn't put my finger on it, kind of like the Mandela effect, where you're like, this seems like it could have been this and that, but also we have to understand, like, our memory could be foggy and stuff like that, right? So that's like, that's the whole point of me even talking about Anita on the Timestack. Do you guys, so the question of this video, the whole point of this video, in the year that the ball didn't drop, did we switch dimensions? Did we switch universes? Did we switch realities the year the ball dropped? If enough of us have had a weird experience the year the ball didn't drop, that same day the ball was supposed to drop on New Year's, then it's possible that we did, like in Anita on the Timestack. So then I say that to say, is there rich people? Because you know the rich people are doing weird stuff. They have islands, da 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 da. It's endless of the weird stuff they're doing, right? Are they time traveling? Did they make it this far? Do you guys think they're time traveling, going back in the future, messing up our world, making our world combined with different like worlds or whatever, or shifting us to a different world? Some of us or all of us, I don't even know how that works, because hear me out, even though it was just a movie, in the movie it was weird like that, where some people got left in the universe. That's why I'm saying, I don't even know. I have to rewatch that movie. That's why I'm definitely going to double back on this, because there's like endless amount of information that you can get from this. Like, I feel like every year is something new, something new, something new. And you never know what movie or what documents they could drop to make me change my mind. So I'm definitely always going to be doubling back on this. I think that was it for this video. I had so much to say. but I'm like so excited because I like this topic. I've been waiting to talk about Anita on the Timestack. I really like that movie. Guys, go watch that movie. I think I'm really gonna do a movie review on that movie because I really like that movie. It's so good to me. And yeah, so thank you for watching. It was non THC 9. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. So goodbye.